Why do the Amish still choose horse-drawn buggies in a world full of Teslas and highways? It's not just about sticking to tradition, there's a much deeper reason. At the heart of Amish life is the principle of Gelassenheit, which means humility, simplicity, and putting the community before individual desires. Over 85% of Amish families in Lancaster County still rely on buggies. Why? Because for them, it's not just about transportation, it's about staying connected to their values and each other. With 27% of Amish households using horses for daily tasks, could this slower way of life be what's keeping their communities thriving? What do you think? Could you live this way? We hope you're enjoying it, so don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell to stay updated. It's not just about being old-fashioned. There's a much deeper reason behind their decision to avoid modern transportation like cars. At the core of Amish life is the concept of Gelassenheit, a belief in humility, simplicity, and putting the community before the individual. So, could owning a car promote pride and independence? The Amish think so. Automobiles offer freedom and speed, but that very convenience is seen as a threat to their tight-knit communities. More travel means more exposure to outside influences, and that's something they're intentionally trying to limit. They also take the Bible seriously, particularly 2 Corinthians 6:14, which says, "Be ye not unequally yoked with unbelievers." For them, that's a clear signal to keep a respectful distance from mainstream culture, including its technologies. Ever ask yourself how the Amish manage to stay so grounded in today's fast-paced, tech-driven world? The answer lies in one powerful word: humility. For the Amish, humility, known as demut, isn't just a personal trait. It's the foundation of everything they do, from faith to fashion to how they raise barns together. So, what does humility look like in practice? In their religious life, it means simple home-based church services held every other Sunday. No stained glass or loud sermons, just traditional hymns from a 1600s hymnal called the Ausbund, and heartfelt sermons about submission to God's will. Even adult baptism is a conscious choice, symbolizing full commitment to their values. Humility also shapes how they live together. Ever seen a barn raising? That's community in action. Neighbors helping neighbors without expecting anything in return. It's a system built on mutual aid, not self-interest. And what about their simple lifestyle? Plain clothes, no flashy tech, and yes, horse-drawn buggies instead of cars. Why? Because simplicity keeps pride in check and faith at the center. Surprisingly, this humble way of life is thriving. In Lancaster County, the Old Order Amish grew from just over 4,000 in 1950 to more than 22,000 by 2000. Even more impressive? Around 90% of Amish children choose to stay in the faith. So here's the big question. In a world chasing more, could less actually be the key to something deeper? Have you ever noticed why the Amish still rely on horse-drawn buggies, even when cars could make life so much easier? It's not just tradition, it's a powerful, intentional choice that helps preserve their way of life. For the Amish, the buggy isn't just a mode of transport, it's a symbol of self-sufficiency. By sticking to horse-drawn travel, they naturally limit how far and how fast they can go. But here's the beauty of that. Less travel means more local connection. It encourages neighbors to stay close, literally and figuratively, strengthening their tight-knit communities. Did you know the average Amish family owns around 5 horses? And that about 27% of Amish households farm for a living, with 74% of those relying mainly on horses for work? These numbers show just how central horses are, not just for travel, but for daily life and shared labor. Even groups like the Wenger Mennonites, who follow similar principles, have seen their communities thrive, doubling in size every 19 years, in part due to limited mobility. So, could slower living lead to stronger bonds? The Amish certainly think so. We hope you're enjoying it. If so, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell to stay updated. Have you ever asked yourself, why do the Amish still use horse-drawn buggies in an age of electric cars and superhighways? The answer goes far beyond just keeping things old-fashioned. It's a lifestyle choice rooted in faith, simplicity, and deep community values. For the Amish, the buggy isn't just transportation, it's a statement. It reflects a commitment to slow, intentional living, where community comes before convenience. By limiting how far they can travel, They naturally stay more connected to local people, places, and traditions. It's a way to avoid outside influences and keep their culture intact. But there are practical perks too. Horses do double duty, not just pulling buggies, but also helping with farm work, making them invaluable. They're also eco-friendly, requiring no gas, creating no pollution, and leaving a lighter environmental footprint than cars. Plus, the cost of maintaining horses and buggies is often cheaper than dealing with fuel, insurance, or car repairs. Of course, there are safety concerns, especially on public roads. That's why many buggies now use reflective tape and slow-moving vehicle signs. It's a balance, honoring tradition while adapting to modern realities. So, could sticking to the slow lane be a powerful way to stay true to your roots? For the Amish, it is. Why do the Amish reject so much modern technology? It's not that they're against it. It's more about making sure that any change aligns with their values of community, tradition, and simplicity. The Amish don't make decisions on technology individually. They do it collectively. Each innovation is carefully considered based on how it will affect the family structure, community life, and their core values. For instance, they ask themselves, will this disrupt the close-knit bonds we value? Will it promote individualism over cooperation? Does it align with our commitment to humility and simplicity? This communal decision-making process stands in stark contrast to the self-reliant mentality that's so common in modern society. However, don't think the Amish avoid all new technology. They're selective, integrating innovations that support their lifestyle, like tractors for barn work or diesel-powered refrigeration, while steering clear of others that could undermine their way of life. This approach has paid off. The Amish population has grown by 116% since 2000, with around 90% of their youth choosing to stay within the community. They also adapt to economic changes by transitioning to non-farming jobs, like factory work, as seen in places like the Wayne Home settlement. Most reject public electricity, using solar panels or generators instead. Telephones are avoided at home, but community phones serve essential communication. In business, some Amish use computers and the internet in separate spaces. Agricultural equipment may include tractors, but only if they don't disrupt communal labor. Electric appliances are acceptable if powered by non-grid sources, while entertainment devices like televisions are typically avoided. The horse and buggy are more than just a way for the Amish to get around. They're a symbol of their identity. Ever wondered why they don't drive cars? It's all about simplicity, humility, and staying connected to their community. Did you know buggies can look different depending on the Amish community? For instance, in Lancaster County, you'll spot gray-topped buggies, while Old Order Mennonites prefer black ones. It's fascinating how each group holds on to their traditions, isn't it? So, why stick with the horse and buggy in a world of cars and tech? It's about community and staying true to their way of life, in the world, but not of it. What do you think? Could you live that way? To wrap things up, the Amish stick to horse and buggy travel because it's more than just a tradition. It's about simplicity, humility, and staying deeply connected to their community. By embracing this slower pace, they avoid the distractions of modern life. Could this lifestyle be a way to find more meaningful connections in our fast-paced world? What do you think? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to hit subscribe for more fascinating insights into unique ways of life.